Hello and welcome back, Legionnaires, to GGMarZhill, a channel where we play good games all day, every day. I'm your host MarZhill, and today we'll be taking a look at Kingdoms and Castles, a game by Lion Shield LLC. Kingdoms and Castles is a game, a simulation game, RTS, about building your vast castle. From a tiny little hamlet and trying to hold back waves of Viking invaders and God knows bloody dragons as well. It is currently in beta. I managed to get access as I backed the game early kickstart, late backer actually, if I'm perfectly honest. However, we will be seeing this game released at some point late July. So keep your eyes peeled on Steam. But yeah, it's all about fortifying, defending, and city design, etc., and keeping your lovely little peasants happy. And there's also a bit of army involved as well. You can make your own army to help you defend against the onslaught of enemies that come at you. So we're going to start a new game. I'm going to go with, you've got three different difficulties. You've got Paxlon, no threats, long lovely summers, short and mild winters, so and no enemies. So you can just enjoy, sit back, and make yourself a lovely, beautiful castle. For your kingdom, a lovely kingdom. You can go Summern, which is where I'm going to start with, because I'm not perfectly capable at raising a kingdom yet, but as we get more and more into the game, we'll then look at possibly going into Vintar, which is hard. You see more raiders and dragons, and possible to lose if happiness goes too low for too long. So very difficult, while this is a little bit more down my street for the time being, up until I get more used to the game. So we're going to accept this, and I'm going to assess this map. I'm going to say no to that. We're going to keep pressing random until we get a lovely large square bit of land, which is this. You'll notice there's various shades of grass: non-fertile, fertile, and very fertile. So we can put some farms around the edges here. I think we will start here. We'll accept, and we'll call ourselves, what colour should we go for? These are all question marks. I guess these are new flags that will come in later date. But you have these four: orange, green, and such. I'm going to go with a lovely lion, the blue lion. I'm going to call this the Kingdom of LoMZ. And you know, for those of you who are part of the community, you know what what LoMZ stands for. LoMZ being Legion of Mars. That's the name of the community. So we're going to go ahead and start this. So this is where we start, as unpopulated land. To start off with, you need to place yourself your keep, and you can rotate this by using the scroll wheel on your middle mouse button. And ideally, I want to use as little fertile land as possible when placing this. I'm going to place it just there, so. And I'm going to go ahead, and you actually have to place down road, or you can start building housing or anything like that. So you see, as soon as I do that, I've got people popping out. And we're going to go for one house to start off with, and one farm. Where's that farm? There we are, under food. I'll place that here. So I'll speed it up to ×3. You see all these people here, they're happy. Just once they got a house, they're quite happy. They should start working on this. You will have to micromanage in the sense, to begin with, what resources you want. So I'm going to tell these guys just to chop down a few trees, like so. That's good. And we have request here. So keep advisors. Okay, so we've got agriculture, city, and military. In agriculture, good day, sire. We'll need farms first to feed our workers. Okay. What does the city guy have to say? Good day, sire. Let's begin growing our kingdom with roads and then houses. Okay, well, I've pretty much done that. And military. Good day, sire. We're fine. We don't need a military just yet. Okay, that's fine. Fair dues. So you'll see that I've only got 5 beds. There are only 5 people. So in order to attract more people to your kingdom, you need more beds. So I'm going to build a couple more houses. Oh, I did not mean to have that one that way, so I'll change that. There we are, there's a door to the front, and I'll place down some more roads. And I will put down a couple more farms. Actually, should we go for an orchard? Yeah, we'll go for an orchard next, because I'll show you the difference here. So that just produces food, and this here produces food but can't be flooded. So when there's heavy torrential downpour, you're more likely going to suffer loss of crop due to rain flooding your field, which is not what you want. It's a very unfortunate scenario. But I'll probably build more orchards in these large green areas here to really get that boost of fertility. So barren, fertile, and very fertile. So we've now got 11 people in our lovely little hamlet here. We've got another note from the agriculture. So our peasants worry about food for the winter. We must do something with our food supply. Well, I've got an orchard being built here. It's making 24 food. We've still got 9 in our granaries. So let's expand a bit further with the road here. I'm going to build a road around here, like this. I'm going to put down. Actually, no, I've got enough. Need more wood. We've got no wood. We're going to have to manually just chop down loads of these. Going to set loads of these to be chopped, and then we'll put down some foresters over here later on, which is found in industry. And we have foresters, but they cost stone, so we'll have to go for stone first over here. Or here, I believe that's iron and that's stone. So we'll put two quarries here, because you can only put 2 quarries onto one node of resource that's available. Here is a bit irritating, because it is surrounded by unusable rock. So you can only put 1 quarry here, which is accessed by the nearest tile. So we've got some wood coming in. We've got 36 planks, and I might go ahead and build around here, and then we'll be able to put down a windmill, which then provides a bonus to all adjacent farm tiles, which I'll put around there. But I will need stone, I believe. Yes, I will. 35 of it. So I'm going to start building my farms around, just around there, and I'll put a windmill just there later on. But for the time being in industry, we will go for, we need some coal. And I'll put these on the outskirts so as not to spread any fire. We'll need more wood though. Oh, look at this over here. I might build a bridge here and then use this as my farming area on the other island. We'll just have to see how that goes. We've got no free beds, so we'll have to do that. And I will need people. Okay, we've got some people working on the wood over here. We've got 4 planks. Where is it? I need road, so that'll be under town. Oh, town. Yeah. Okay, so I could put two quarries there, and we've got some coal being made by a charcoal maker that allows your peasants to use coal to cook their food. As you can see, they want coal and they want a well. That's another thing I will need to put down in earnest. I need, yet again, stone. It provides fire protection. Do not fall into that well. It's pretty damn deep. So more wood incoming. We will need houses now. More of these. I can build 2 more. One there. One there. And then I'll build a road just to cover so as it's connected to a road network. Oh. Okay, can we put one more house down? Yes we can, and we will. There we go. Speed this up and then hopefully we'll start building again. I think we've got all the wood we need for the time being. I'm considering putting a few of these to inactive. Oh no, I did not mean to demolish. I meant to just close them. So as I have some people working on building and such. So I'll put these all closed for the time being and I'll activate them later on. No food. We got no wood. Need wood. Just have to chop them all down. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Okay, good. Some more food popping out here. It needs to be collected before winter, otherwise we are going to have no food in our stocks. Oh, we're full. That makes sense. Okay, industry. We can make a quarry now, which is good. We can actually place 2. We're in for insufficient resources. This is awful. We're not doing too well. Not too well at all. At all. Well, let's have a look what our lovely agriculture and city people have to say. So, sorry, it took too long to store our harvest. Some of it was ruined by the winter. Improving paths to a granary would help. Oh, we've got dragon sighted. Let's have a look at that. Where is this bad boy dragon? Oh, so here we are. Our first encounter with some unfriendly visitors. We have a small dragon, an orange dragon, looking quite ferocious if I may say so myself. Flying over towards our little hamlet here. You see the people running away in fear with the logs on their backs. And as we zoom back out, we zoom back in round here. Does it change the music? No, it doesn't. Obviously it gets very loud when you zoom in really close. Zoom out and it's a bit quieter, which is a bit more pleasant on the ears. So we have a dragon just hovering over here. He could engage. He could set our little village on fire. What does the city guy have to say? Sire, your kingdom is happy and content. Perhaps we should raise taxes. No, I haven't got what I need for taxes, which is a treasury. Sire, did you see the dragon? Perhaps we should build some defences in case it decides to return. We will do, but we'll need stone for that first, which I've got being made over here. You notice lots of people are... Oh, and our main place here is on fire, which is not great. So we've got people running over and getting water from nearby water sources. Just putting that out in earnest, because if we lose that, we are in dire straits. Very poor. Okay, so I'll build one more quarry here. This should be made very soon. Builders are on it. We need 2 more bits of wood, which will be collected shortly. We're already into year 10. Good grief. Got any beds available? No more. We need more houses. Sire, build us some huts. So I'm going to. Then I build one. So I'm sorry. We're making some stone, and then I'll be able to build a well. Good old well. Everyone needs a well full of water. All those fire hazards. So it's a very pretty game. I love how the clouds ebb and flow in a somewhat cubic formation. It looks it's good. It's a lovely, it suits the whole feel of the game, I feel. It's nice. It's beautiful. Okay, so our hamlet is coming together now. We have 35 beds, so 5 more people can move in. Make some stone, which I will do. Yeah, so here, oh dear, that is not good. Okay, people are getting water from the side here. Did they all drown? It literally just fell in. Okay, now we're fine. Oh, and we lost it. Great. So, I am going to build a well soon. We just need more stone. More wood. So I'm going to chop all these down. As soon as I've got stone, I can actually build a forester, and I'll do that over here. So I'll build a bridge somewhere. Oh shit, excuse me. I will have to build a bridge here. Right. So I need to build a road down here first. I will do that. It's one wood piece of road. Bridge here. 1, 2, 3. And I'll be able to put forester here. I think I can. Yes, I have got the means. I need to build a bit more road, because if you notice as well, you can only build within a certain area. You see the highlighted area here? I can't build outside of it, and the road expands that. So town, food, here, there. We'll put our forester here, and then we'll have a little income of whatchamacallit? We'll have a wood flow, income of wood, flow of wood, supply of wood. There we go. So that should all be built nicely, and if we can, I will place. Oh no, I need more wood. So we're out of wood, but we'll be fine shortly, guaranteed. Nothing to worry about. I will probably demolish this at some point so as I can build another series of 6 houses here. Now dragging the last few bits of wood. Now I have 35 people for 35 beds. I will expand that as soon as I can. A little bridge there. Okay. Right, I think that's a pretty nice start for our little kingdom of LoMZ, the start of a hamlet, the beginning of a vast kingdom to come. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you like the first sort of like view, the first sort of like first episode of this. It is good fun. It's a nice relaxed game up until it gets a bit hectic later on, because I've played it into, I think, of year 45 of one playthrough, just get used to the mechanics. But it was good. It was getting hectic. I had walls and everything and massive sniper towers. You'll see how big you can make the towers. I'll show you. But no, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe and like the video. It really does mean a lot. As you subscribe, you become part of the Legion of Mars, a Legionnaire of Mars. And remember, the Legion rises with you. So every subscribe, every like, it all contributes to the channel, and obviously it makes me know that you guys are enjoying the content I'm producing. And yeah, so this is GGMarZhill signing up for now. Ciao.